want to take this one?
Yeah, I was nursing at the time and doing long night shifts, and at that time they'd introduced computers and you could get on the big wide world web, and so I was Googling and looking for a change of career where I could simply slip into another career that wouldn't require me to go to university, which would be time consuming, expensive. And during that searching process I saw gyms, and sometime after I was just driving around the corner to the shops and there was a gym working locally, and I stopped and said, "Oh, would you mind if I came out with you for a half day?" And he said, "Yeah, fine." And that sort of sowed the seed. I enjoyed that morning, enjoyed the work, and there seemed to be the prospect of a good livelihood. So that's when I made formal, took my interest further and formally approached franchisors and took it from there.
From the day dot, that's the trailer is everything I see, everywhere I go, mostly in every area or territory, and the fact that I look at these guys working on their own and they have the freedom to do what they just want to do in their own time.
And I think I can have a little bit to do with Cole getting on board, because he took him out and he gave me a hand, and it's probably sowed the seed for him.
Yeah, so it was I'd quit my job in the water corp as a tradesman, being a welder. I'd just had enough of it, done it for 20 years, and I was a bit didn't really know which direction to go. And I'd seen Simon doing the gyms, and I thought, well, that could be for me, but I wasn't sure. So I did a course at TAFE, a horticultural course, and and I said, do you mind if I jump in your wagon and just see what it's all about? And honestly, after the 2 weeks of going out with him, and I just went out in my own time, and I thought, no, this is for me. And it was funny because we were on a job somewhere, and another gym drove past and said, "Oh, do you hear Bob Glory is selling his business?" And I was actually with Simon at the time, and it happened to be the suburb next to where I live, so it just all fell into place. And I said, "Okay, all right, this is meant to be." So then, that's when I got in contact with you guys, and it went from there.
I've known about Jim's Mowing for many years. I actually looked into a Jim's antenna franchise about 10 years ago. Decided to go on my own and didn't really work out that successfully. In hindsight, I should have gone with the franchise. I got into real estate about 2 years ago at the wrong time, the downfall of the market, so that wasn't successful there either. And then a neighbour told me about a relative of hers that was a Jim's Mowing franchisee, and that was like a light switch. That's when I decided to make the call and look into it.